What's up, YouTube? It's Kahir the Conqueror here. Welcome back to my channel for yet again another video. Now, before I get started with this video, I would like to say if this video helps you in any way, and if you enjoy any of my content in any of this video, then please drop a like on this and subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot, and I would really appreciate it. As a quick plug, I've talked about this before on my TikTok channel, but never in depth on this channel. Something we underestimate and we don't fully recognize the power of is the power of the tongue, the power of speech, the power of words, the power of your mouth. It's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool that can be used for your advantage, somebody's disadvantage, to harm, to help, to nurture, etc. Many uses. I mean, just think about with speech, with conviction of words, people have convinced people to do terrible things, great things, inspired, and you get the point. So it's really essential for anybody trying to improve themselves, their life, and the lives that they interact with or are affected by them, to understand how to use your tongue, your mouth, your words, your speech properly and appropriately. I was taught and educated on the importance of this when I first heard that the tongue, if you think about it, not my words, it can resemble like a weapon, like a sword. It can be used like a weapon as well. We have to be careful with what we say to other people. Reason being is because words stick. Words can hurt. There was a saying, I think, when I was like a child, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will. That was garbage. And I probably said that asinine statement back then, but that is BS. Words can hurt. Words can do psychological and irreparable harm on your mental and your psyche. There are things I've said to people I wish I could take back. There are things people said to me that stick with me to this day. And now they don't, they haven't destroyed my life, and I'm not, in the fetal position because of what they said, but I remember. And even if I don't remember necessarily everything verbatim, word for word, I remember when I see people, even if I haven't seen you in a while, what kind of person you were to me based off of what you said to me. I needed you in certain moments when I needed certain people, or felt that certain people should have been here and there for whatever the situation was and whatever you said or didn't say. In emotional situations, it's easy for that spirit to come up and you lash out with your mouth, because of course anybody with common sense would know physical, you can get in trouble. You can hurt somebody, but we don't think, can I hurt somebody with what I say to them? It's just words. Don't take it too serious. I disagree with that. Every single person, nearly, unless your life was perfect and you lived in a bubble, you have heard somebody, if not even to you, which probably isn't the case, about or to other people, say something terrible. And that affects us. Words stick. So it's important. We got to be careful how we talk to one another, how we talk to our friends, how we talk to our parents, how we talk to our romantic partner, how we talk to our children, how we talk to our peers and our subordinates and our coworkers, to our followers, our members or teammates or whatever, whoever it is. We got to be careful, because words stick. Words have the power, if spoken inappropriately and with malicious intent, it can mess somebody up mentally. I don't mean put them in a psych ward, no, but there are people who something was said to them, maybe by an authoritative figure or by somebody that was close or they trusted, because those words sting the most, is when it comes from a source that you weren't prepared to hear what you heard from. And it can last long into your adulthood and things like that. And it goes on, and we ended up forming a personality based off of a defense mechanism. And you get the point. I don't want to go into psychology because I'm not a psychologist, but I'm telling you for a fact that words have affected me. Some words and things that people said to me made me want to prove you wrong. And it was motivational because it was mean or it was not supportive. But not only just other people, we got to be careful of the words we say about or to ourselves. It ties a little bit into mindset, but not for this video are we focusing on mindset. But the words and the thoughts that we spew into words and we say about ourselves, as I mentioned, that could be tied into what somebody else said about you. If somebody that you didn't want to hear said that you were not attractive to them, you can convince yourself and go live a life thinking you're not attractive. Male, female, whatever else in between. Think of how that can stick with you. And even if it's not necessarily true, somebody that you depended on because you needed them to say something to either feel validated or invalidated. We're humans, it's okay. Said something unpleasant, whether it was truthful or not, and that can stick with you. So we can take that on and then say it to ourselves. Now you're in the mirror, you're looking at pictures. Somebody's trying to take a picture of your friends, or I don't want to take, because of what you say about yourself. Maybe because what you think or what they said. Words have power. The tongue is powerful. It is a tool that can be used as a weapon, or it can be used for greater good. You speak positivity into yourself. You speak love and life into yourself. What is the result? You take that on and you love, support, etc. as a result of what you say. Another example of me putting myself on Front Street. We are humans, so we have thoughts that are light and dark. But I can feel sometimes where whatever excuse that I'm making or whatever unfavorable situation or circumstance or event that you fixate on, and you start saying things in your head to yourself out loud under your breath, little jokes here and there, subtle or not, that can become your reality, man. You can go down a little path because of what you said about yourself. Some people wake up and then they see themselves as maybe whatever their environment is. So they're raised in an environment of depravity. So they think that they're a future killer or cold-blooded, cold-hearted, or a future pimp, drug addict, or drug seller. Or maybe they say, I'm going to the pros to play sports. I'm going to be a famous model. I'm going to be an author. You're going to follow the course of what you set. That's a spell, and I'm not thinking spooky, that you put on yourself because those words came out of your mouth. And as I mentioned, sometimes it can come from somebody else's mouth on you, and that can be like a spell. So once again, we got to be careful. You have to be careful. I have to be careful with what we say to other people, because people are sensitive, and people, we have to think, not walking on eggshells, but in consideration of how we might convey it, how they might take it. And there's room for miscommunication. That's what conversations are for. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful with what you say about yourself, because you don't want that to become your warped reality when in the actual case, it wasn't really true. Or maybe it's just one person's perception of you. Then I mentioned in a few other videos, don't care and take on too much of what other people think, because you don't know what's going on in their head. But you should care what you think. You should care what you say about you. I have accomplished a lot, and I don't brag on my accomplishments because I strive to be humble. But there's a lot that I've done that people, whether they said it in here or whether it came out or whether they insinuated or implied it, didn't believe, didn't support, didn't see the vision, proved them wrong. I don't need their validation, but the words that people can say and stuff like that, that sticks with you. Somebody says you're not good enough. So you have two options. Either You believe them or you try to prove them wrong. To summarize this video, words have power. We have the ability externally and internally to speak life, liberty, love, support, powerful conviction to other people and ourselves. We also have the power to speak death. Why do I say death? Because you can kill somebody's vision. You can kill somebody's spirit. You can kill somebody's soul. You can kill somebody's sense of hope by speaking and spewing evil spells onto them. Just think that the silly example, because it didn't happen to me, fortunately, a parent that had a rough life, maybe rough situation with the partner, and they take it out on the child, male or female. You ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna be this. You ugly. You remind me of him or her or them. You did this and that. You the problem. This why my blah, 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 blah. What is that gonna do to their mental state, to their psyche, to their future, to what they think about themselves? That's what I'm trying to convey. So that's why I say death. We can speak, we can be unsupportive, or we can not support people with how we speak. We can speak all kinds of malicious things onto people if we choose to use it that way. And some people know how powerful it is, even if they don't know and they choose to do it. So then you have to be able to not absorb and take everything serious that other people say, like I mentioned from those other videos that I just recently posted about that. Words have power, so be careful what you say. And it starts with a thought if it's internal. So like I said, it ties into mindset a little bit, but I'll go into that another day. Be careful because words are very, very powerful. And remember, if you woke up and you got 24 hours and you have a mind that's all you really need. Let alone hands, arms, fingers, legs. You got a mind that works and you can speak. That's two gifts right there that can change your life or change somebody else's life for good, for worse, or for better. Start with your thoughts, correct your thoughts, and then you can even use your mouth, your tongue to overpower that. You're having a bad day and you fixating on somebody cut you off in traffic at the gym. It was busy. You went to the drive-thru to get some food. They were out of your favorite item. And then you go home, your partner breaks up with you. It's easy to, and just start talking in a reckless sense. But when you start thinking it, you can go, life is good. I'm here. God is good, or whatever you believe, etc. And then you can psychologically trick yourself. I learned about that. I just don't remember who said that. And then I mentioned in another video, amidst all the turmoil, in many cases, life is still good. So just be cautious of what you say to other people. Be cautious of what you take in and on from other people. If you have people that are spewing evil spells and things like that at you, and I'm not thinking as no spooky witchcraft worshiper person, I'm just using it as a term that can be applicable to this situation. But if you have people like that around you that you're not dependent on, then you might need to reassess and go back to another video, protect your energy. Also, we don't want to be that person to other people, because why would you want to spew and cast evil onto somebody when you can uplift and empower and motivate and inspire them? So be careful what you say about yourself, to other people. Words have power. Use it properly. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you for the next one.